Do you have anything against the challenge? Because today is going to be all about image quality. And I'm going to have this DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, and I'm going to show you this one on the screen, and it's going to be a blind test with 2 other cameras. And then I would like to see if you can figure out and spot which one of camera A, B and C is going to be the Osmo Action 5 Pro. And then if you can also figure out what camera the other 2 cameras are, then I'm going to be really impressed. So if you're not a chicken and bailing out, let's start this test and let's see if you can figure out what image is coming from what camera. And I can't show you what I have here because that will kind of spoil the entire video, but I've set all the settings as the default settings after factory reset. The only thing I've changed is that the resolution is 4K and the frames per second is 25 frames per second, and on the DJI Osmo it's set to rock steady. Everything else is just by default. This is a nice day, by the way. We have a blue sky. If we turn this way, this is where we have the sun in the sky. Let's see how well the cameras can capture this when it's the difference between the sun and the clouds and the darker parts further down here. And this is kind of sad. This is a place where I many times have been filming videos, but now some idiot decided that we should destroy this thing. Then I also would like to try how the audio sounds directly from these 3 systems, because the audio you hear right now, this is from the DJI Mic 2. And now we're gonna hear what it sounds like from the other 3 cameras we have here. The first one here, the comparison, that is the DJI Mic 2 with a wind muff on, and then we have camera 1 that sounds like this, and then if we go to camera 2 it sounds like this instead, and if we change to camera 3 this is what that sounds like. So the question is, which camera of these 3 has the best built-in microphone? For cameras in general, you film yourself often or other people, and that's why it's important to have skin tones kind of correct. So now I'm going to try to film myself so we can see what my skin tones looks like on these 3 cameras. So let's try that out as well, and we can also see if there is a difference in audio from these 3 cameras when I'm in front of the cameras compared to how it was before when I was just behind the cameras. So these are my skin tones, and now we're gonna be here in the sun. The sun is now coming out behind a cloud there, so let's see what my skin tones look like when we get more sun here. And also, how does the audio sound here in these 3 cameras? So now let's try this camera and see what it looks like in this one. And now we're going to switch to this camera so we can see what it sounds like from these microphones. And now we're also going to switch to this camera to see if this camera maybe has the best audio. Who knows? And now we are back to the DJI Mic 2 again, that is attached here on my shirt. And the contraption I have here on my backpack, that is the backpack strap mount to the DJI Osmo Action cameras, and I've linked to that one and lots of other accessories also in the description box below, so you can pick them up if you want to. And if there is a specific accessory that you want me to test, then let me know in the description box below as well, because then I can do comparisons and tests with those also. So what camera of these 3 has the best skin tones? Let me know in the description box below as well, because I would like to know which one you think has the best skin tones and picture overall. And also, can you figure out now what camera is what camera? So no camera test is complete without the low light test. This is dark, this is night. It's just pitch dark on this side and just lit up thanks to a football field that we have here on this side. It's just pitch dark, and we can see that if I just turn down the ISO to daylight settings, we can see that it's, yeah, this is the settings I had during the daylight, and we can't see anything. So let's bring that up again like that. So now we're going to see if you can figure out which camera is which when it's dark. So in the comment box say night and then what camera you think is A, B, or C. And for the first part of this test, we're going to have all the cameras on just video mode. And then on just the second half of this part, we're going to set the Osmo Pocket Action 5 Pro to the night mode, so we can see if that does any difference. So here we have the football field. For you people that are in North America that doesn't know what football is, that is when you kick the ball with your foot. You maybe call this soccer instead. So let's turn around on this side instead. Here we can probably see a big difference between these different cameras. And again, this is just a normal setting. And then if we're going to turn this around, so we're going to face me instead. How does this look? Can you figure out what picture, what video is coming from what camera doing this low light test? Holy crap, I almost lost my freaking camera here because it's so dark. Here it is. Here is my precious camera. This is the super night mode on the Action 5 Pro. Does the super night mode look better than the normal mode when we are capturing video? Well, this is what it looks like. It does a nice transition when it goes from this very bright one to this one. It takes a little second and then it just brightens that up also. So let's move around so we can look at me during night mode so we can see what that looks like here. So now it's time to reveal what cameras was what camera. And before this, I would like to know what camera was A, B, and C. If you can just write that down so I can see what you thought. And then after that, you can maybe write another comment and then you can let me know if you got any of them right. So camera A, that was actually the Osmo Action Generation 1. And if you're laughing at this little contraption, that is just because I don't have a holder for 2 action cameras. So I did this instead and it works for what I was doing. So the first one was Osmo Action Generation 1. And that is now about 5 years old. It came out 2019, I think. And that's what we get from that camera. Camera B was actually my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I was using this 0.5x lens on that one so we could get about the same field of view. So what do you think? Was that something that you predicted, that I should use that one in this test? And camera C was then obviously the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Now we can see each other in my DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro playlist that is at the top here, because that's where I'm going to collect all my videos that has to do with this fantastic action camera. And the video at the bottom here, that is the video YouTube recommended to watch next. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.